Hey y'all, happy Monday, May 31st. So today is our last day of Mother's May, and I want to dig in just a little bit more to that verse we read on Friday, 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 5. A couple of things that I want to make mention of is that tomorrow is June 1st. It's the first Tuesday night of the month, and so we will have Women in the Word. That'll be at 7:30 on the ministry Facebook page. It'll still be live online for right now. The next thing that I want to mention is June is Father's Day. And so I have something that is near and dear to me to do for Father's Day. So I hope that you will enjoy what we have planned for the month of June. And then July, because I could plan this far ahead, we are going to do together the I Am book, that 31 days of looking at ourselves through the lens of the Father. So if you want one of those, if you don't have one, you can go through the ministry website to order one, or you can just text me, message me, email me, let me know. I'll be happy to get them to you. I have them in stock. So that'll be July. June is for fathers, but today let's shore out our Mother's May. I want to read 2 Timothy 1:5 from a different translation. So this is from the Message, and it's 2 Timothy 1:5. And he says, Paul says, let's back up one. So he says, every time I say your name in prayer, which is practically all the time, I thank God for you, the God I worship with my whole life in the tradition of my ancestors. I miss you a lot, especially when I remember that last tearful goodbye. I look forward to a joy-packed reunion. That precious memory triggers another. So as he remembers that goodbye, he says, that memory triggers another memory for me. It's your honest faith. And what a rich faith it is. Handed down from your grandmother to your mother and now to you. Again, we talked on Friday that Paul attributes Timothy's sincere faith to his mother and his grandmother. Ladies, women, moms, husbands, that is huge, that in this day and time, when Paul wrote this letter, that he would acknowledge those women and the impact that they had on Timothy. That's huge. So what does it mean, that sincere faith? The King James says unfeigned. The Greek of that is undisguised, and that is sincere. Without hypocrisy is another translation. And I think that we can take a lot from that these days. We're not disguising our faith. We're not hiding it behind a mask. Not doing something for show. There's no hypocrisy, that it is sincere. And he says, I'm fully persuaded that this sincere faith, this absolute trust and confidence in his power, in his wisdom, and in his goodness, that kind of sincere faith, absolute trust. I don't want you to listen to this in the Message if we keep going. That precious memory triggers another. Your honest faith, and what a rich faith it is, handed down from your grandmother to your mother and now to you. And the special gift of ministry you received when I laid hands on you and prayed, keep that ablaze. God doesn't want us to be shy with his gifts, but bold and loving and sensible. He says, so don't be embarrassed to speak up for our master. And what I loved here is that Paul is talking to Timothy about this faith, and we all know the verse, 2 Timothy 1:7, that says, God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. Well, Paul is saying that about his faith. Paul is talking about the gifts that the Lord has given Timothy and his sincere faith. He says, God has not given us a spirit of timidity, of being afraid that we should have to disguise or hide our faith. No, he has given us a spirit of power, and that power there is dunamis, and that is that we are a vessel for his ability, that we are not hiding, we're not ashamed of the ability that is within us because of the Spirit that lives in us, and love, and of a well-balanced mind and discipline and self-control. A calm, well-balanced mind. That we're not anxious, we're not worried about how we're supposed to live out our faith, how we're supposed to use our gifts, what was handed down from generation to generation, what we're teaching our children about the Word and about the gospel, the good news that Jesus Christ has reconciled us to the Father. And so, He has not given us a spirit of timidity, of cowardice, of craven, cringing, and fawning fear. And so, Lord, I pray that we as mothers, as we pour life into other people, as we pour life into our children, God, that we would operate in that spirit of power, love, and a sound mind. And that the sincere, unqualified, undisguised faith that we have been taught, that we will live out and share. And God, may it be said of us that we left a legacy of faith, that we poured into the next generation of Timothys, God. World changers. World changers. I'll see y'all tomorrow as we start our, I don't know what we're going to call Father's June. Well, Daddy's Day, I don't know, that's what my kids call it, but we'll see. But I hope you have a beautiful Monday, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, y'all.